Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again from the RVBN Studios in Billerica, Massachusetts. The third and final video blog for Monday, September 12th, 2016, around 8:16 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's dark out now. Low temperatures going into the 40s. Tomorrow going to be about 70. Some news to report from the RVBN Newswire. Reruns of classic television series Becca, What's Happening, and My Two Dads are going to appear on Antenna TV beginning in January 2017. Antenna TV is shown locally in the Boston area on 50.2. It's branded as WBIN Classics or 951 on most Comcast cable systems in eastern New England. The Cleveland Browns have placed Robert Griffin III, also known as RG3, on the injured reserve list with a bum shoulder. Another Browns starting quarterback, getting hurt. That's not news at all, and RG3's career could be running out of chances. And sad news to report in the world of college football. Army cornerback Brandon Jackson passed away after Saturday's football game. So prayers to his family in this time of need. And that's it from the RVBN Newswire. My third and final video blog subject of the night is my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is about one of the most famous point guards in NBA history, John Stockton. John played his entire 19-year career with the Utah Jazz, and he's the all-time assist leader and all-time steals leader in NBA history. John was born and he grew up in Spokane, Washington. He is of Irish and Swiss German descent, and he played high school basketball at Gonzaga Prep High School. He broke many city basketball records during his time in high school, and John was recruited by a couple of colleges, Idaho and Montana, to play basketball for them, but he decided to play locally at Gonzaga, which his grandfather and father went to. He played all 4 seasons in Gonzaga. In his senior year, he won the WCC Player of the Year, and he led the WCC in scoring and assists and steals during his senior year. And he was drafted by the Utah Jazz in the first round, 16th overall in the 1984 NBA draft. A lot of fans in Salt Lake City were shocked that the Jazz drafted John. They'd never even heard of him. John actually tried out for the U.S. men's basketball team in 1984, the Olympic team. He was one of the final cuts. And John played all 19 seasons in the NBA with the Jazz. 18 of them, he was teamed with Karl Malone. They were the longest running teammates in NBA history. 10 times John was an NBA All-Star. 2 times he was All-NBA's first team. 6 times he was All-NBA second team. And 3 times he was All-NBA third team. 5 times he was All-NBA defensive second team. 16 seasons he's averaged 10 or more points per game. 5 seasons he's averaged 3 or more rebounds per game per season. 10 seasons he had 10 or more assists per game. He led the NBA in assists 9 times. 2 times he was the NBA steal leader. He was one of the best playmakers in NBA history. He holds the record for most NBA games played with one team the entire career, with the Jazz, 1,504. He was the all-time steals and assist leader in NBA history. 2 times John won an Olympic gold medal, 1992 and 1996. John Stockton made the playoffs all 19 seasons in the NBA, and he and Karl Malone led the Utah Jazz from kind of a borderline team who barely made the playoffs to a consistent top 4 seed in the Western Conference almost every year during their prime. The Jazz were the Western Conference champions in 1997-1998, but they faced off against Michael Jordan and Chicago Bulls, and they lost the NBA Finals both seasons, even though in 1998 the Jazz had home court advantage over the Bulls. If they weren't facing the Bulls during those years, they probably would win an NBA championship, but those things happen. John decided to retire at the end of the 2002-2003 season with these career stats: 19,711 points, averaging 13.1 points per game. He had 4,051 rebounds, averaging 2.7 rebounds per game. 15,806 assists, averaging 10.5 assists per game. That's an NBA record. And 3,296 steals. That's an NBA record, averaging 2.2 steals per game. After John retired, he coached youth basketball and got into several private businesses. His number 12 is retired by both the Utah Jazz and Gonzaga. He made the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame on the first ballot in 2009. And he's currently an assistant coach for Montana State University's women's basketball team. And John's probably one of the top players in NBA history never to win an NBA championship. That's about it on John Stockton. And that's about it on these video blogs. Tomorrow, 3 more video blogs coming your way from the RVBN network. First video blog is about the former WWE King Championship. Second video blog of the day will be about most surprising and most disappointing teams in Major League Baseball this year. And the third and final video blog of the night's personality profile. Tomorrow's personality profile will be about former NBA player Larry Johnson. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO Roxanne has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutt so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome. Awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 in New York is a rocking cougar, and she's got the best legs in New York City. And Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. And that's it. Good night, everybody. You have been watching the RVBN Network, Billerica, Massachusetts.